Welcome to the Worst of Chat, Austin. We got I got a guest with me today. Mr. Austin Graham's with me.
Yeah.
And we're gonna just gonna bullshit for a little while. We're gonna talk a little bit about what he does, like his passions in life. And I actually, you know what? I want to jump right into that because I've had a question on my mind ever since I was listening to a little bit of your music over quarantine and whatnot. What made you decide?
Wait, you listen to my music?
Yeah.
Wow.
I did. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. See, I grew up like an R&B kid, like that. That's always been my shit.
Yes.
And maybe it was because as a young, fat, awkward kid who could never get pussy, it was like the music that was like totally always directed at that. So my question for you was, as a handsome young man who probably is knee deep in pussy, does the music help? Or are you just naturally gifted?
What helps is the music videos. So I can't pay for extras, but I will have everyone I know come, no pun intended, just show up, and the people that wouldn't give me time of day are just like, Austin, touching me. And I guess I just have to do music videos anytime I want to get laid, because it's amazing, and they're just fun to make. So
yeah, so you just recorded a new one, right?
I did, yeah. It's gonna drop on Halloween, and it's like a horror themed.
Oh, it's a Halloween drop.
Yeah, you know, like Backstreet Boys when they did that.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that, but
gotcha.
It's kind of like that.
Sick.
Basically, it's like it's an homage to an old MJ video. So choreography, cat and mouse, with kind of this like psychological horror twist, maybe like a Shutter Island or Shining.
Okay.
Kind of thing. So I'm pretty excited.
Little crazy actions going on.
There's murders.
So did you always know how to dance, or did you learn to dance for music videos?
My mom made me take hip hop dance with my sister when I was like 12, and I remember like crying because I didn't want to go, and then I ended up doing it for 2 years, and then I never danced professionally again. But I get drunk at bars and dance, and
hell yeah.
So I found some really amazing choreographers. Can I do a shout out?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
okay.
Douglas Parr and Johnny Taylor. They choreographed the video, and it was amazing. I was going in there like, I haven't danced in 20 years in a dance studio, and you guys are fucking amazing. So I'm scared shitless right now. But by the end of the day, I was like, okay, I'm not terrible. This is great. So yeah,
hell yeah,
cool.
dude.
It was cool to get back dancing.
How long you been making music?
My dad gave me my first guitar when I was 16, and I was really into like emo music and screamo and metal, and
yeah.
But like you, I grew up with like my mom. My first thing was like Prince and Salt and Pepper, and then eventually like I heard Ludacris for the first time, and Usher was the thing, and all the dances, and yeah. So I guess I started actually making music at 16, and then one day I was like, fuck this, like I miss R&B. Let's do that with all the influences I had.
That's dope.
In the past, yeah.
I can appreciate that because I kind of have I don't know, like growing up, I found R&B on my own because like my dad was like yacht rock, you know. It was like we listened to Steely Dan,
okay,
and Michael McDonald, you know, some Doobie Brothers, some Hall & Oates, and that was what he was bumping in the house. My mom was the one that introduced me to like punk rock, you know, like she, you know, showed me like the Clash, and then went in a little heavier after that. And then it was like growing up in the desert, and just all of my closest homies just being just all Mexican, and listening to like, you know, like the radios, like the hip hop and R&B radio stations with them when we'd have sleepovers and shit. And it was just like, oh shit, Brandy's dope, and oh dude, I love Boyz II Men, and all, you know, just you go on and you just keep on, and then you just keep on finding things, and you're just like, well, you know what? I think this is I like hanging out and vibing to this shit. And
that's actually funny because I've been getting asked this question a lot lately. It's like, what genre are you? And I've just been lately saying like I hate genres because I mean, I love so many. And like if you ask any human, what's your favorite music? You know, you could, like you just did right now. I could just go on, and you just give me a timeline, give me a genre, and I could probably tell you a band or an artist I like. So that's what I'm trying to do with my genres.
genre binary instead of gender binary.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Hell
I don't
yeah.
identify as a genre.
We don't identify as a genre. What is your genre pronoun? Oh, never mind.
R&B-ish.
Yeah, dude. So on top of, just, the normal banter and whatnot, I always have like a few just wacky news stories that I find on the internet. And today is no different. I found 2 gems, and I would like to discuss these with you.
Bring it on.
The first one is there was a Michigan man who sued his parents because they threw away his porn collection. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about this?
I side with him.
Okay, so check this out. 29-year-old. No, wait, sorry. I was being generous. A 43-year-old man.
Okay.
He had just gotten divorced, moved back in with his parents for 8 months, and he's storing all of his stuff in their garage. He eventually moved out and was still taking time to collect his things. His parents decided to go through his boxes, and when they found all of his strap-ons and porns and anal beads and what have yous, they decided that that stuff didn't need to be around, so they burned it all.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This guy has porn DVDs still?
Yeah.
How?
Dude, I mean,
I thought you were gonna say they deleted his iCloud.
No. It's like, it's like people, yeah, people my age or younger that still think that, I need a vinyl collection because it's like cool. Maybe this guy's that way with porn and DVDs. And so anyways, he goes to find out that they threw it away. And basically the parents said that he was, his father wrote, "David, frankly, I did you a big favor by getting rid of all this stuff." So now he has his father admitting to doing it in email. So he takes it to a judge.
Oh my God.
Presents his case with because I guess this guy kept inventory, with a document of everything that was missing. And
was it on his insurance policy?
Dude, and a Michigan judge awarded him $30,000.
No, shut up.
His parents owe him $30,000 for destroying his porn. And first thing that comes to mind when hearing all of this, that he had a $30,000 porn collection, recently divorced. It's like, now I know why you're divorced.
Who were you married to?
You were obviously in a very unhappy marriage if you spent 30 G's on porn while married.
He had to work at Romantics or something.
Dude, right? I mean, the parents are obligated to pay.
I got caught jerking off once by my parents.
Hell yeah, dude!
My dad's here today, by the way. What's up?
Pops is in the house, but
the worst thing that I got yelled at for was like, "Hey, on the family computer, really?" And that's all we had. I mean, I had no choice.
Okay, since we're sharing,
that's the worst I got. I didn't sue or get sued.
Okay, so since we're sharing these stories, I got caught once as well.
Can I have some of that scotch?
And mine was a little bit different. It was I was younger. I did not have a computer yet. Well, maybe I wasn't younger, but I think I was 13 or 14. Buddy gives me a terrible old, like very, very beaten up Hustler magazine. like
it's weather.
Like that magazine has seen has seen some days, and it's just like I had, yeah, exactly. You had to find the page that you could still open. And so I have this genius idea of taking one of my skateboard mags and then putting the porno mag inside the skateboard mag. So, and then going to the bathroom and sitting down on the toilet and then being like, and if my dad happens to like walk in or say anything, I'm just reading a skateboard mag, right?
Totally. So
I go in there and I'm handling my business, right? I'm really going for it. And I guess didn't realize it at the time, heat of the moment, I was talking to myself. And my dad just flings the door open and he goes, "Who are you talking to?" And in a panic, when the door opens, I throw the magazine, but I throw the wrong magazine.
Yes.
So the Thrasher magazine goes in the air, and then I'm just Duck Holding Busty Jugs Part 12 or whatever the fuck. And I just look up at him and he just looks at me and he just starts giggling and he shuts the door. And I was like, oh, you know, that went well. That 13 or 14, somewhere around there.
My dad's walked in on me a bunch of times too, and he would just walk in, look at it mid-act, and give the most disapproving face and not say a word and just close the door and leave. And it was that hurt more than anything. My father's shame.
Yeah. That was always the thing too. It was just like I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. No matter what you did, that one stings more.
Yeah,
you know,
father's disapproval. My dad is here.
His dad is here, and we're hanging out.
But
yeah. So there's that one, which is a fantastic story, and then also, you know, I don't know how. Okay, we've already talked about his side of things. How would you feel if you were the parent?
I would not touch his shit. First of all, I would never even go. Why would you want to get near it? If you burn it, there's vapors and there's. Yeah, that's gnarly. That's terrible parenting, but it's also like I kind of get why he's suing them. It doesn't sound like a great household to begin with.
Yeah, but see, like when I started thinking about like the parent point of view, you know, because I have a child and luckily I have a girl and not a terrible young boy, because I know how awful we are. Yeah, don't get me wrong, my child's the devil, but
we turn out okay at the end.
Yeah. But those middle years are fucking a nightmare.
Oh, Jesus.
So, I was thinking about it from a parent's point of view, and if my child was really that invested into porn, where they had just every type of gadget and a porn collection that would equal me paying out $30,000. I don't know if I'd ever want them to have kids, so I would just leave it alone, because I prefer it if they were just shooting into socks and pillowcases and whatnot.
No, we don't need to spread this lineage.
Just leave it there, and just let bygones be bygones. We won't even say a word. Just, son, keep doing what you're doing. We do not need to reproduce. I'm fine with my name ending at you.
We didn't even want to have you.
Exactly. You were a mistake, sir. Okay,
now you're suing us.
I got one more news
headline.
Story.
Breaking news.
A man found asleep in a pile of stolen chicken fingers and meth.
I call that a Tuesday.
It doesn't sound that. It sounds a little weird to me, because who on meth is trying to eat? Most of the time, if you've ever even done cocaine, you look at food like it's the hardest pill to swallow.
Yeah.
And I personally have never done meth.
Well, it doesn't say he was eating the chicken strips.
That's true. It doesn't. But
he was just sleeping on them.
He was just sleeping on them.
They are warm.
They are warm
and crispy.
That's true. I didn't even think about it that way. I was just thinking,
babe.
like, consumption.
Did they say where the chicken strips are from? Because that's also important.
That is also important, and I hope it's Cane's, because that's my favorite chicken strip.
Nah, bro, I'm sorry. I disagree with that.
Which one's yours?
I fuck with KFC chicken strips, actually.
KFC's not bad.
And actually the grocery store ones. But then you put them in the fridge, you eat them cold.
Okay.
With a little bit of salt and a little bit of ketchup. My mom taught me that delicacy.
No, fuck ketchup, dude. Ketchup's the worst thing ever made.
I gotta end this podcast right now.
It is the worst thing ever made.
Do you see the color of this? This is not a gang affiliation. This is ketchup
just
love
love for ketchup.
Sir.
I also do love me some Chick-fil-A. You can really taste the hate.
Chick-fil-A fucks.
And it's just delicious.
So this was your religious background.
Nah, man. They're in it for the chicken.
It's in the name.
It says it was less than 2 hours after leaving jail, Williamson stole a car in Hueytown.
Where the fuck is Hueytown?
Yeah, and hid it in Pleasant Grove. On September 22nd, someone stole
it. Sounds fake.
I know, right? On September 22nd, someone stole a trove of snacks after breaking into an
trove of snacks.
So he broke into like a baseball field's concession stand. He raided that.
Wait, what state is this?
Yeah, it was
Wisconsin.
It's Alabama.
Okay, well there we go.
Pleasant Grove, Alabama.
Almost Florida.
It's close. We're really close to that.
Hueytown, Alabama. That would be my first show.
So yeah, he broke in there and he decided to get some shut-eye, and while sleeping on all of his stolen goods and a pile of meth. And the next morning, the police walked in to find him there, just laying amongst chicken fingers and meth.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need some sites.
Here's the deal.
Citing on this.
Here's the deal. If you're gonna jump,
you got a mugshot. Oh wow.
If you're gonna get out of jail and you basically think to yourself, I really have no hope. There's nothing going on. I really don't have any family. I'll probably end up out on the street anyways.
Might as well get some chicken strips.
Might as well get some chicken strips and some meth, because if you're gonna go back with a bang. Because, at least the jail provides you with a place to sleep.
Go out with a pop.
3 meals a day.
Chicken.
You can't, I was going to say you can't legally buy your meth in jail, but you can't legally buy your meth anywhere. So it doesn't really matter,
we just need a close-up on that face. He's like, where's my chicken?
I'll send it over to him so it can be in the video.
Yes, tag him.
Yeah, yeah.
I want him in my next video.
Oh, yeah, we're going to find, what's his name? Last name's Williamson. Matthew. We're going to find Matthew, and we're going to put him in your next
we got your
video.
back, man. We care about you, so rest up, get well, and we'll see you.
It just takes a little time. We're going to get him sober, and we're going to get him dancing like Michael Jackson.
Does he have to give up chicken strips? Or
No. Okay, hey, this whole Gabby Petito thing going on?
Why do I don't know the name?
The missing girl
with the boyfriend.
What's your take on this?
That dude killed himself somewhere.
Right.
It's like pretty fucking heartbreaking, if I'm honest. She's a little annoying, but she didn't deserve to get murdered.
Okay.
Judging by the pre-videos that I saw.
Yeah, the body cam footage, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, first of all, I do think that he's probably dead, because
he gotta be.
If the FBI and Dog the Bounty Hunter are looking for you and no one can find you, you're dead somewhere. Because it's Dog the Bounty Hunter. I don't think that there's anybody better well trained than Dog the Bounty Hunter to find somebody.
It's my dog.
He's just out there sniffing out people on ice and bringing them in for justice.
Was that a pun intended?
Yeah.
You're working on that one. I like
that. It just kind of rolled off the tongue and I went with it. But last time I talked about this on this podcast, I made a mistake and I was like, oh, they were on the road for 2 months together. That has to be stressful.
Living with someone for 2 months. That's crazy.
Turns out, as I read a little bit more, they were on the road together for 5 months. Now,
oh boy.
I'm not saying it's right, but if you put me in a van
with anyone,
yeah, for 5 months, one of us is gonna die.
I was in the road with my dad for 20 minutes, and we almost crashed the car. It was bad.
See,
5 months that's a century.
Yeah, imagine just doing 5 months with one person this close to you. Closer than this, because you're sitting shotgun, so the seats don't turn like this.
And you can't say she didn't have any red flags. I'm about to get
Tons
canceled.
of them.
Tons, right? But
Tons.
That's the issue with relationships. That's why I'm celibate. I've never had sex.
Oh, really? Well, they do that.
That's a lie.
Fucks up half of my shit.
I'm sorry.
But
for the record, that was a joke.
Yeah, we all know you look like you got pussy this morning.
I'm not proud of it.
So I here's my thing with that is, so they're on the road for 5 months together. I would kill anybody or possibly die depending on who annoyed who more.
Yeah, and would you kill yourself after?
Most likely.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm on the brink of that every day anyway. So.
Oh fuck. Well, now I'll leave it at that. What are you drinking?
Iced coffee.
I see. It looks like mango flavored.
So it's just my cup from this morning, and then I make iced coffee at work, and then just re-up it with a little bit of oat milk, because the coffee I have at work I don't really like, so I have to mask it a little bit just to get the caffeine. Now see, okay, we talked about this, how I don't drink anymore, and
very, very good for you. Congratulations. That's hard as fuck coming from our
and I don't do drugs either, except for weed occasionally. But that's California sober, right?
It's a plant.
It's
a plant.
So I don't. Yeah, I stopped drinking, and I realized everything like AA meetings and whatnot, how all these dudes are just constantly drinking coffee, absolutely a fact. I just need some kind of buzz in my life to not be in my head at all times.
I don't care who you are. You have some type of addiction to something. It could be work. It could be caffeine. Hopefully it's not a bunch of shit, but especially if you have a history of some type of vice, you're just going to need some type of replacement. And hopefully it's a better thing like yoga. Or even, caffeine is probably the most addictive thing in the world. It's probably still better than other things.
I think it is a little bit better. Like, I'm not going to get a hole in my septum from drinking too much caffeine.
Well, it depends how you drink it.
I've never tried to snort coffee beans, but I might get to that point at some time.
Wait a minute. You writing that down?
You know, you mix it in with a little bit of Colombian Bam Bam, and it's just woo, child. No, but I'm at like 7 cups a day right now.
That's fucked. That's really bad.
But I drink a lot of water.
It says only 2 before you start having heart problems. Yeah.
Really? See, I drink it until I start having heart problems. I
that's
drink
anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. I drink it until my heart starts fluttering, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good for the day.
You might as well just switch to blow, man.
Yeah, it's more expensive though. And not at
Starbucks.
Daddy's got bills.
Okay.
It's 1 Starbucks in the morning, and then I just use the cup all day. Okay,
Are you sponsored?
I'm trying to find some sponsorship. Hey, anybody want to sponsor me?
Took the label off. Cool.
Okay. Have you ever seen?
Dad, I'm trying to be professional over here talking about drugs.
Have you ever seen that show Love on the Spectrum?
I watched I'll put on like a movie on Netflix.
It's a Netflix show.
Is it one of those like, here's a rose because we fucked?
Okay, so this is so much better than that. It is a bunch of people with autism trying to find love. And for some reason,
who doesn't have autism these days?
Right. That's where I was getting at, because I kind of feel like I have it. But
it's the latest trend.
No, I mean, I'm trying to find anything that makes me a little bit different and acceptable. So as a white man, I can say some shit. I can say some shit and get away with it, because I can't use any
bisexual, man.
I can't use. Yeah, you're right. I could just like I'm non-binary, but
yeah.
I feel like I need something. So with all the wild shit I say, I can be like, it's cool, guys.
I feel like you could be a little wilder. I want to hear something wilder from you.
Okay. Well, we'll get in there.
Let's get in there.
So anyways, let's get into the worst, because, it's the namesake of the show.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you some questions. We're going to find out some shitty things, some embarrassing things.
Dad, earmuffs. Could someone kick my dad out of this studio? I'm putting it on vibrate. Are you leaving? Yeah. We'll leave the scotch.
All right.
Okay, we're doing the worst?
Yeah.
I'm already getting sweaty.
I know. It's you're also wearing a coat. And we don't have...
first podcast, sir.
I know. Where you don't have the AC on, and it gets warm in here. I usually wear a hoodie, and by halfway point, I'm like sweating balls, but I just feel comfortable and sweatshirt.
I'm glad my dad left for this one. Let's do this.
Okay.
I'm ready to just give it all.
By the way, everybody, it's just been wild. All I've been seeing this whole time is like his dad's camera light.
Hello.
and I've been answering his questions more than I have been Austin's. But it's fantastic, dude. I'm glad that your dad's alive, because mine's
I'm a professional.
Because mine's dead.
Please don't eat the spaghetti. Wait till after. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no eating in the podcast studio, please. Okay, so let's get into the worst.
I'm ready.
Worst experience with drugs.
So many times I thought I was dying in front of this man right here, my best friend. I guess it's just anxiety, but I've literally had insane panic attacks. One of the first ones of many was that I did really good cocaine to the point where my esophagus numbed. And I thought what was happening is that my esophagus was closing and I couldn't breathe anymore.
Nice.
And so I ran around, freaked out the whole party. They're looking at me like, you're so stupid. Like, you're such a rookie. And I even told this girl, I was like, no, listen to me. I'm serious. And I grabbed her finger and I shoved it down my throat to let her know that I was actually choking. And I could just see her face like. And so they gave me a neti pot.
That didn't turn her on?
There may have
Weird.
been some fooling around.
I'm doing things all wrong.
But then I was like, no, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to call an ambulance. And they're like, no, like, do not fucking call the cops, you idiot. And that was like 8 years ago I survived.
Nice.
Yeah. But still, if I ever indulge a little too much, then, you know, well, I think I'm getting better at it. But yeah, I probably should stick away from the stimulants.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
You know, slowly we build up the tolerance and, you know, everything's all fine.
That's called maturity.
Yeah. You know, we're adults now and we can handle our drugs better.
Slightly.
Worst sexual experience.
I'll give you a choice. Worst.
Worst. I don't want your greatest hits.
Well, okay.
Well, no, later I do, but I don't want them right now. I want the worst.
Okay, worst one was with this girl I was dating for many years, and she was kind of terrible. I was really terrible at the end of it, but there was like this whole thing where the ex-boyfriend was still kind of hanging around, and we're at this show, and it's like one of our favorite bands, and they're about to come on. She just disappears, and I'm like looking around for her, pretty much the whole set, texting her, nothing. And then I'm finally like, I just had this strong feeling something's wrong, and I'm like, this is fucked up. She's ditched me. Where is she? And so I decided to leave the venue, and sure enough, as I exit, I look to my left, and she's sitting next to her ex-boyfriend, who had already had a history with this guy. Like, someone messaged me on MySpace. That's how long ago it was.
Hell yeah.
And saying like, hey, you need to dump her. She's banging this guy behind your back. And I chose not to believe him and continue dating her. And then I just saw it in real life. And I was like, you fucking suck. And then she saw my reaction. He just smiled at me. I was like, these guys suck. And so I walked over to my car. She chased me. I drove home. I'm just like almost in tears, if not crying. And just like telling her, like, don't fucking touch me. Like, we are so done. And I pull over to this park to have that thing where you're like, pretend you're breaking up, but you're probably going to get back.
Yeah.
So it ends up turning into like her just profusely apologizing, which is a turn on. And we end up just being like, okay, let's make out. And we just had this, it was like one of the most amazing, like, what do you call it? Makeup sex things. But something happened.
Okay. I was waiting for it to go bad.
There's a little build up. So there was all this passion building, just like, oh, I forgive you. Yes, we're kissing, we're making out. We don't do the deed, but she goes down on me. Prior to the going down, I was dry humping her with my pants off, like just straight on the jeans. And then she goes down, and it's a great blowjob, and she was nice enough to let me finish inside of her. And post orgasm, I'm feeling the greatest I could. And I look down, and it's dark. And I look down at her. I'm like, and her face is red. And I'm like, babe, you're bleeding. And I look at my hand. I'm like, oh, shit. And I look at my dick, and my dick is cut open. Because when I grinded her pants, I ripped my dick on her jean zipper. And then I came bloody cum into her, and she ingested it.
Dog.
So that's one of the best sexual experiences I've ever had. That is
so metal.
Give me some of these, bro.
Fucking just give me one of those.
Yeah. And we stay together after that for a little bit.
It's crazy because I have a similar story.
Blood?
I have a very similar story.
Strawberry shortcake, bro. Let's go.
So it definitely didn't end in a bloody blowjob, but it
pussy.
Right? It ended in pussy. So dry humping to get it going, but I'm wearing jeans.
Bad one. Bad one.
And like I have my dick flipped upwards, and like she's on top of me, and she's just
like up in the wristband.
Yeah.
Waistband.
Yeah, and she's up on top of me, and she is just grinding so hard, and it is just rubbing layers of skin off of the undercarriage of my penis.
Circumcised, uncircumcised.
I'm uncircumcised. No, I'm sorry, I'm circumcised. Sorry, I was like, wait, no, I'm not a disgusting anteater freak. So she pulls out my dick, and as soon as she puts it inside of her, it feels like I dipped my dick in battery acid.
Fun dip.
It was fun dip. It was It was so excruciatingly painful because I had a giant open wound on the underside of my dick, and it just went right in, and now
it's like salt in the wound, baby.
It 100% was. That's exactly what it felt like. Infection? Might have after. And I mean, I'm 19 at this time. I'm not stopping. It hurts, absolutely, but it's just not. Like, this could be my new kink. Let's figure it out. Let's just go for it. And
Don't you wish you could have the sex drive of a 19-year-old again?
Oh, God damn it. Do I ever?
More than ever.
Well, actually, yes and no. When I was 19, there was a lot of like coming in 15 seconds.
Oh, I literally 3-pump chumped once, and I was proud about it. Because her mom was at the front door waiting to pick her up, and I was like, huh. Good night. I love you. Same girl, by the way.
I can beat you on a 3-pump chump.
This is not a competition.
But I'm gonna make it one, sir. I'm going to make it one. I was at one point dating this girl, and she was about to give me a blowjob, and the anticipation of getting a blowjob, she starts to go down towards it. And before it even enters her mouth, I shot a load right into her eye as she was like she was like 4 inches away from my penis.
You lose because this is called premature ejaculation.
Yeah.
This is not 3-pump chump.
No,
there
exactly.
Were 0 pumps.
I know, I won.
Okay. I'll give you that
one. And there was a lot of that in my younger years. Not exactly that situation, but a lot of like, no, you shouldn't finish then. All right. What do you think the worst way to die would be?
Burning alive, for sure. That's a slow one. That's a painful one, and it's embarrassing.
You're right. It is kind of embarrassing. It's like, how did you end up on fire?
It's sad too. Like, I'm like, actually, like, you can't find them anymore, but I was very into the gore websites ever since I got the internet, which is very fucked up.
Like the BME Pain Olympics?
Yeah, steakandcheese.com, which is something you can't find anymore. That was cool because it was just gold links, and it was just a vague phrase, and you click it, and it would either be something hilarious or just like the most terrible gore you've ever seen in your life. Very scarring as a 14-year-old. But yeah, the burning alive thing is, those ones are haunting because like it's slow, it's painful, they get mutilated, and yeah, I just don't think that, like, no one's ever doing it. Like, cool, like, yeah,
but
you got to feel bad.
Isn't like the famous thing of like the monks that light themselves on fire and just
that's
sit there?
Self-immolation. That's on purpose though. I'm talking about against my will, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
What about you?
I've said it before, but I honestly think dying peacefully in my bed would be the worst way to die.
You fucking masochist.
It's so boring.
How do you know?
I want to go out with a bang, dude.
Maybe you did. You were asleep.
So
maybe some crazy. Maybe Johnny. What is it? Donnie Darkode.
Oh, so just like a plane crashes.
Jet plane right into you.
I mean, that could be cool.
That's pretty cool.
I guess. Yeah, I see your point on this one. And it
I'm here to make you feel wrong.
Yeah, no, I enjoy feeling wrong. It's how I've spent most of my childhood.
Don't show me your browsing history then.
You actually won't find anything except for work stuff and me searching weird news stories for this fucking show.
I love that.
What was the worst thing about your childhood?
Oh man, shit. I can go anywhere with this. Well, I'm glad my dad's not here, but my parents fought a lot, and I like often had to be the adult in that situation. And that's crazy when like your parents are the ones that are supposed to be your parents, and you have to be the parent. Yeah,
kind of police them on it, like, hey guys.
Yeah. This is really depressing.
Yeah, dude. But I like to mix it up.
But I will say, like, my dad just is visiting me, and he's like been hibernating for 5 years, like won't even leave his house, and he's staying with me in downtown LA, and he's been having the best time of his life. Like, he's obsessed with the energy, with the buildings. He's almost 80 years old, and like him and my mother have never been in a better place. So that's pretty cool. Like, I guess, and they never broke up, stayed together. It's been 30 years, and so that's a relationship. Is you got to work through that hard shit.
So with your dad being 80,
77.
Okay, and how old are you?
32.
So were you an accident?
My sister is not an accident. I can't go on record and say that. It was Not an accident, but they hooked up unprotected, and the kid was made, and my dad stayed, like a good man should.
Yeah.
So I won't say accident because she's amazing. Ariel, you there? I love you. You're special.
Yeah. So I mean, did you grow up in San Diego?
I did. Yeah.
What was the worst thing about growing up in San Diego? You know, minus all, you know, the tons of racists that live there. And
It's paradise, and that's the issue. Is that there's a severe lack of culture, art, understanding. Life's so good and easy. No one has like, even the weather's always perfect. That you don't have anything to have like a there's no character development in San Diego. Like I always say, like go move there when you're ready to start a family, retire, because you'll have a great life.
Yeah, it's like Palm Springs, where I came from.
Probably worse than Palm Springs, because at least we had a beach.
Yeah, it's true. We just had fucking 125-degree heat, and I mean, it was literally shit to do, especially when you're a kid. Like that's how everybody ends up so fucked up out there. It's like you either just focus on only doing school and getting out of there, or you're doing drugs in the middle of the desert at a bonfire, which you don't need a bonfire when it's 100 degrees outside. But for some reason, you always made one. And then there was the asshole that tried to jump over it and landed in it every single time.
Yeah. Well, I commend him or her.
Lit himself on fire.
Self-immolation, and we're back.
Call back. Okay, but back to the fire thing though. I think that it would hurt for a minute, but then you would pass out from the pain, right? And then you're just toasty.
Should we try it?
We should.
You got a extinguisher?
I think they probably. I mean, they should have one in the studio.
I through my research, I've heard that fire is pretty bad.
You know that we're
like, what would be worse? Can you think of a worse one? Like, not just for you, just like
a worse.
I feel like a decapitation would suck because like just the anticipation of that, and supposedly you stay alive a little bit longer.
But
that's got to be crazy.
I don't know if like fire, drowning's always been a thing for me.
Ooh, stabbing slow.
Yeah, stabbing is slow. You get stabbed in the gut and just bleed out. That's fucking terrible. But drowning's always been a thing for me. Like I don't.
No, that's the least painful one.
But just like the whole like can't breathe thing.
So all you have to do is just suck the water and you'll die in like 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, just do it if you know what's gonna happen.
It's supposed to be drink it. It's supposed to be peaceful compared to most deaths. I don't know. George Floyd didn't look that good. You're not invited to this conversation right now. So. Whoa, dude! Wait, what?
Oh shit!
Are you gonna edit that out? I don't think the mic picked that up. Thank God, bro.
No. But what did you say? I can repeat it on mic.
It was about a certain man killed by the police.
Oh
Let's
shit!
Let's not go there. That's
God
not drowning,
damn it!
You piece of. You have to leave too now. Get the fuck out of here. Why did I bring you guys?
Have you? Okay, you've been making music for a while. Have you ever done shows?
Yeah. So when I was doing the screamo band, metal band thing.
What was the name of your screamo metal band?
Casino Madrid. And then I was in a band called OK, and that was more of like we were trying to be like Panic at the Disco with breakdowns, so it was like more aggressive, but
so like gay and hard. Just
would you just say it one more time?
What was the worst show you ever played?
We played this one bar in a part of town called Chula Vista, which is
a terrible area.
Well, there's some nice parts, but it was definitely not the nicest part.
It's mostly dog shit.
It was a sports bar that had no cabaret license, so like the cops rolled it. We played there a couple times, but the cops rolled it, and a fight had broken out in the mosh pit between like a chola and like some of our friends, and then there was this huge fucking brawl outside, and then people were punching each other. Women were getting hit, men were getting hit, and my whole band and I were just watching it like, whoa. And then someone's phone got stolen, and then the cops were like intervening. I was like, can we just leave? Like, this is fucked. I didn't sign up for this. That's the worst one.
How many women have you banged in your life?
I stopped counting when I was 24.
Damn.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
You get desensitized, honestly. It's nicer to have a connection with a woman and be with them for a couple years. I haven't had a good relationship in 6 years.
Good for you.
No. You say that it's grass is greener, right? Like,
no,
for me, like the bachelor lifestyle sounds great, but to me, I would just like to meet a sweet girl that'll help me clean my house and be there for me when I'm sad, and like that's what I strive for.
You started making R&B music when you were looking to settle down?
There's a rapper, R&B singer named Trey Songz, and one of his best songs is "Sex Ain't Better Than Love." I suggest you listen to it. I suggest everybody listen to it. It'll hit you right here. It's true. I want love. So, if you're out there, hold on, let me just wipe these. If you're out there. Next question.
Okay. So we're going to jump into a different segment. This is called Two Truths and a Lie.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'm going to say mine first so you have time to think of yours. And you get to guess what are the truths and what are the lies, or what is the lie.
Great.
All right. First one, I've never fired a gun. Second one, I had sex with a girl who only called me by somebody else's name the entire time, and I just went with it. And the third one, I was on the lacrosse team in high school.
You've never shot a gun.
You're right. Damn, you're good. I like this. I mean, it made it way too... okay.
No, I just...
No,
I would have... Second guess would have been lacrosse. I definitely know the girl banging you with a different name was...
it was 100%
like,
true.
She's that kind of kiki bitch.
Well, no. Yeah, it's just like also she just didn't want to be fucking me, but I was there.
Yeah.
So, like, I was Adam.
Okay.
And I was having sex, so I didn't care.
Well,
and then at the end, after it was all said and done, I was like, hey, who's Adam? And she's like, what? I was like, who's Adam? And, that's what you were calling me this whole time. She's like, oh, and then it was like that whole blank where she was trying to think of something else. And I was like, it's cool. We're not going to be dating after this. I was just curious. And she's like, oh, it's this guy I like. So,
shit.
So as soon as I was like, it's chill, she's like, yeah. And she immediately answered, oh, yeah, it's just this guy I like back home. And I was like,
that's kind of endearing.
Cool, man.
I mean, it's fucked up for
you. I could be your Adam for the night.
You're a nice guy, man.
It's chill.
That was nice of you.
I mean, most of the time I'm nice. Okay, let me just go off into a tangent really quick.
Please
Speaking
do.
of being nice, I did something nice last night, and it's not necessarily out of character for me, but
you
usually
did something nice.
I did, and I usually don't go out of my way to be nice, but last night I did. So I was at work, and I was managing last night, and one of the hostesses comes to me with the phone, and she's like, "There's some old lady on the phone. She wants to order food to go. She can't figure out how to do it online because she's old." So I was like, "Cool, I'll guide her through it." So I get on the phone with her, and I'm talking like, when you hear this lady's voice, it's like I survived the Holocaust old. And she just sounds like brittle, like she's just about to snap in half. And so I tried to explain to her how to get on the internet, basically. And she's just like, I don't know how to do this. Can I just give you my card number and my address, and you place an Uber Eats order for me? So I was like, sure.
That's sweet.
So I try. But it's after 9 o'clock. We close at 9:30. Uber Eats had already shut down. So I've already told this lady that I'm going to get her food. So instead, I ring her up at the restaurant. I bag up the food and I drive it over to her house myself. And I get to this 5-story senior living center. And I go and I find her place and knock on the door. And this lady who is probably like 4'5", man, not because she was always like that, because over time she has shrunk, and she's just wearing like this fur-lined bathrobe, and she has her little Pomeranian, and she answers the door and she goes, "Oh my God, you're a big fella." I was like, I have your food for you. And she goes, if there's ever a war, I want to be on your side. And I looked at her and I said, "Ma'am, you've already been through many wars."
What do you mean by that?
and frankly, I want to be
on that.
It's like, frankly, ma'am, I want to be behind you if there's a war, because you've already lived long enough, and I don't want to be the first one out.
Oh yeah.
I just thought I'd share that story of me being nice.
That was really sweet, man.
Anyways,
you're a little teddy bear.
I was giving you time to make sure you had time.
Good. I was struggling real hard. That's a fucked up question to put someone on the spot.
I know.
I'm ready now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I've never had sex with a pair of sisters. I've never seen The Godfather. And I've never broken a bone.
I like these ones. Pair of sisters is interesting. Same time? You've never seen The Godfather? Yeah, dog.
Why did I answer your question? You're a cheater. I totally gave it away. If I was just stone faced. But yes, I did have sex with a sister, and then she was crazy. And then I had sex with the other sister, and she wasn't as crazy. And then they knew about it, and then I had sex with the other sister again.
Oh, wow.
If you're out there
you had sex with the crazy one twice and the not crazy one.
Weird, right? That doesn't make sense.
No,
and then
actually,
I tried to have sex
with
I tried to have sex with the other sister again, and she's like, "No,
no, because she has her head screwed on. Right?
Yeah,
she's a decent human being. She doesn't follow me on
Instagram or anything.
Yeah, I mean,
respect her.
It really makes more sense that you had sex with the crazy one twice.
Something tells me if like their dad, it's like that movie The Good Son where they're holding the sisters off the cliff and he has to pick one. I think we know which one he's picking. Do you know what movie I'm referencing?
Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. Dude, it's a fucking great movie.
Great movie.
I really, that was that movie where it was Macaulay Culkin was just like, hey man, I don't want to be the kid that smacks his face for the rest of my life.
Bro, they're rebooting Home Alone without him.
That's a damn shame.
What the fuck?
He should
be. They got Buzz in it. Bud, something like that.
Yeah, Buzz. Buzz's girlfriend.
They got him casted.
Woof.
Yeah.
So he's back, but Macaulay's
not Macaulay. Cancel that fucking movie.
Can
we start a petition?
Out of all the things that people are trying to cancel, I think that's the one that has merit. Like, Dave Chappelle should continue to make specials, but they should not be able to make this movie.
Yeah. And kudos to Netflix for backing him up.
Hey, okay. I was just about. Did you watch it?
I haven't been able to finish it for some reason, but he's got some fucking. He just comes out the gate, and I appreciate it.
There's some great jokes in there.
That's the whole thing. Let's not get into why we should cancel people, because I don't want to. No, this is my first podcast. I don't want to get that deep.
All right,
fine. But I have opinions.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool that you have opinions that you don't want to share.
No, you ask the questions. I'll shut up.
All right, so this part is called Are You the Worst, where I'm going to ask you a rapid fire series of questions.
I like this one. I'm familiar.
And this is also near the end of the show.
Oh.
So we are going to do a rapid fire of questions, and you're just going to answer yes or no, and we're going to find out.
Can I look you in the eyes while we do it?
Absolutely, as long as I can see my questions. I should have them memorized by now. They're all the same. All right. Have you ever stolen from your parents?
Yes.
Have you ever lied to a girlfriend?
Yes.
Of course. Have you ever been a bully?
Sadly. Who hasn't?
Right? I mean, the people that say they haven't, I don't trust.
Yeah, you will be one day. You probably do something
eventually. Bad. Like, ask my 11-year-old daughter. I'm a fucking bully.
Ooh.
Have you ever cheated on someone?
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah, you have.
That's why I don't do relationships anymore. Can't trust myself.
Have you ever worn Crocs?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
I will.
Why?
The choreographer in my video is obsessed with them, and she kind of changed my mind, because you can do like sport mode, like when Ash Ketchum does the hat backwards, you can put them in sport mode. But I don't use them for dancing, if that matters. Why are you looking at me like that?
What's this choreographer's name?
That's Douglas Parr and Johnny Taylor.
Which one's the one obsessed with Crocs?
Both of them.
Both of them?
They're a couple.
Hey, Douglas, Johnny, fuck you.
Oh my God.
Fuck you and your stupid love for stupid shoes.
He just doesn't know the truth yet. Don't listen to him. Let's get him some Crocs. Let's change his mind.
To take your plastic shoes, your fucking kitchen
chefs
clogs.
Wear Crocs.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I see. Chefs started off with just straight up clogs,
but now you can put like pins in them with like different logos, and it looks cool.
So you could like pretend like your feet work at Fridays.
All right, how about this? If we get you a pair of Crocs and you like them, will you go on record and apologize for these comments?
Absolutely not. But if you want to buy me a pair of Crocs,
fair enough.
I'll burn them on Instagram.
Okay.
Have you ever worn cargo shorts?
Not only that, but I had the ones with the zippers.
Oh, where you
break
can,
away?
Yeah.
During my hip hop dance days when I was 12.
I remember those.
Yeah, that was the shit.
Actually, when I was in 7th grade, you know how when you're going into a new grade and you do your clothes shopping for the school year, how you always like pick out your outfit for the first day of school?
Every day.
My first day of 7th grade was a pair of baby blue
powder blue
zip away cargo pants and a white no effect shirt with a powder blue logo and a bucket hat and one of those fucking ball chains.
Bucket hats with the shit. I'm glad they're back.
Yeah.
You ever wear velour?
I didn't. I didn't.
That's your Crocs.
Nah. Have you ever worn velour?
I had a whole jumpsuit.
Fuck yeah.
With a Kangol.
Like Sopranos type shit.
With the Kangol, and I was in middle school.
Nice. All right, we're getting off topic.
Right.
Have you ever had frosted tips?
I bleached blonded my hair to look like, what's his name from Harry Potter? Malfoy.
Malfoy?
Not on purpose, but I looked like him. Never doing that again.
Did you like slick it back and everything?
Yeah.
Can you do your best Malfoy impression right now?
I've never really seen the Harry Potter movies.
What?
Well, I saw like the first 2 and then the very last one.
He's just a little piece of shit, and he overpronounces his P's when he says Harry Potter's name.
I'm a little upset. And a little piece of shit.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, that was a little bit more like Hebrew than
we got to
British,
disinfect this.
Have you ever told a girl that you wrote a song about her, but actually didn't, just so you can get some pussy?
No, but I have written all my songs written by exes, and that's embarrassing.
Written by exes?
No, for them.
For them.
To this day.
I was like, I thought you had exes as a ghostwriters.
That would be even better.
That'd be so wild.
I try to talk to them, they won't respond.
No, don't try to talk to them.
Okay.
You leave that shit in the past, sir. It's better for everybody.
All right, Dad.
Everyone can move. Yeah.
Now that my real dad's not here.
Oh, son. I'm just trying to coach you in the ways of life. All right. So when this episode drops, it'll be about a week from your music video. So would you like to plug where people can find it?
Yes, please. So just go to my Instagram at a little upset, ALIL upset. And then I'll have like the little link tree with you can get it on YouTube and all that shit. But it drops on Halloween, so hopefully you're not too hungover because it's a Sunday.
Are you really a little upset?
That's a funny story because oh hey Dad. I came up with that because I was just annoyed with all the Lil rappers. It was just getting so obnoxious, like Lil this, Lil that, blah 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 blah. And for some reason, I thought Lil Upset would be funny, and I texted one of my best buddies, who's like the biggest hip hop head ever, and it was drunk, and he was drunk probably, and I was like, hey, I want to change my name right now, Lil Upset. And he's like, only if it's a little upset. And I said, okay, and that's it.
So it's not really that funny of a story. It's just a story.
Did I say it was funny?
Kind of. You did. I think you did.
Okay.
It's kind of a funny story. But really,
well, we can cut this part out. But that's the origin, at least.
No, I'm glad that your origin isn't that of a supervillain.
You don't know that. Finish it up with a joke. Dad, you want to finish it with a joke?
Do you want to let him take your seat?
Hey, Dad.
Let him take your seat, and we're gonna finish this with a joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al Graham.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al Graham.
Okay, there were 2 ne'er-do-wells standing on the corner with nothing to do but take the piss out of people, make fun of them. It's an English joke.
No, yeah.
Not really. So every time someone walks by, like an old lady walks by, one of them goes, your turn. And he goes, excuse me, madam, tickle your ass with a feather? And the woman would say, what did you say? They're not particularly nice weather. And she goes, no, it isn't. They'd laugh. And when she walked by, he'd say, okay, your turn. Another woman came along and said, excuse me, madam, dip your ass in lime. What? Do you have the right time? Yes, it's 4 o'clock. This went on and on. And this drunk across the street's watching the whole thing going on. And he goes over and says, hey, let me try that. And the guy said, it's a free country, man. Go ahead. Show me how to do it one more time. So the little old lady comes by and says, dip your ass in lime, madam. She goes, what did you say? Have you have the right time? Yes, it's 5:30. He said, okay, I get this. This priest comes by. I say, hey, Father. Yes, my son, how may I help you? They can shove a brick up your ass. And the priest said, what did you say? It's going to rain like a motherfucker.
Thank you so much, Al.
My dad's British, by the way.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end this now, but Austin, since you are a single man, I do have a pickup line for you to use at the bars.
Please.
Yeah, just next time.
I use this at work. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
yeah. If you want to get fired, next time you go out or you're feeling froggy enough, you just walk up to a girl and say, "Hey, girl, are you a high school?" And you say, "Because I want to shoot some kids inside you."
Oh man. Yeah,
that's a rough way to end it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for watching The Worst. This has been this has been Austin. And what's the name of your song that we're having a music video for?
Oh, Too Cool.
Too Cool. Yeah. Do you go by Austin Graham? Do you go by Austin Graham as your musical name, or do you have?
Are you gonna make fun of that too? Yes, I do. Austin Graham.
All right. So Austin Graham, R&B sensation. Even though he's white, he is releasing a song called Too Cool. It's going to be a genuine knockoff of the Thriller video.
Yes.
And you should 100% tune in and give this man views. Thank you very much for watching The Worst. We had a great one today. Peace.
Thank you.